Welcome to CrossTalk at the Croc, a weekly podcast released every Wednesday based out of the Salvation Army Augusta Croc Center. Our goal is to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ as well as show how a relationship with Him can change your life. Whether you are new to the faith, been a believer for a while, or searching, we have something meaningful for you. We would love it if you could share and subscribe to the podcast. Now, let's get into this episode.
Well, welcome back to another episode of CrossTalk at the Croc. I'm your host, Jonathan Raymer. So glad that you are joining, however you are listening or watching. I pray God's special blessing over you today. Very excited about the guest I have on today and what we're going to be talking about. So we're just going to jump right into it and get right to the subject. So welcome with me, Jamie Whiten. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
So Jamie serves here in the state of Georgia with me and so many other Salvation Army personnel. And Jamie is heads up and helps support our family stores in the area. So that's what we're talking about today. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So yeah, I've been with the Georgia division for about a little over a year now. Previously with the Adult Rehabilitation Center Command, headquartered in Atlanta. So I've been in Atlanta. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's so different. Our divisional stores are unique, and each one is unique, really. It's a lot of fun. It's always different. Yeah, I love it.
Nice. So for those who don't know, who aren't a part of the Salvation Army, the ARC command, that is for those experiencing addiction. Mm-hmm. Those family stores help go to support funding those programmings to help people out of addiction.
And they're very differently structured than our divisional stores. So the ARC uses the same product from donors, but the stores are supported by the beneficiaries who process all the donations, have different roles in that realm, but work together to get the goods to the stores, and just a whole range of kind of differences there, but supporting that program that offers recovery classes, programs, all of that stuff for the men and women in Tampa in those programs. And they have some great stores, mainly in kind of bigger cities throughout the Southern Territory. And our divisional stores are all over Georgia, and they're run by employees and some great volunteers and core members who step in. But they're scale-wise a little bit smaller for the most part. Your structure in Augusta, you have 4 stores, and they're kind of not the same exact as the adult rehabilitation, but you have a central warehouse that's distributing to a bunch of stores, which is really awesome, and a lot of work and a lot of logistics and thought behind that. I don't need to tell you that, but yeah.
Well, and we can certainly get into some of those logistics and what we look at and what we do. But before we do that, I think it'd be valuable to kind of talk about the mission. Why have family thrift stores, right? Why have them? What's the goal of the thrift stores? What are we trying to accomplish with them?
So we're many goals with our thrift stores. Fun fact, the Salvation Army was actually the first thrift store. I didn't really realize that until
I didn't either.
Fairly recently. But yeah, we were the first thrift store in America. Started as men who were boarding with the Salvation Army to kind of support their room and board there. Were collecting goods from people who selling them. I don't know how they were selling them. Eventually they had a physical store, but that was supporting the Salvation Army way back when. I wrote down the year here, but I lost it. 1897, forever. So that's a long time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then kind of led the way, and Goodwill started soon after us. But yeah, so we've been in the thrift industry for a really long time. But yeah, so we rely on donations from community members that we sell in our stores, with the goal of, number one, providing great quality goods at a really great price for people in our community. That's a service in and of itself, just having a place to go where you can afford clothes for your family and all kinds of great things, furniture. But also the funds from our thrift stores supporting so many services, and really just our Salvation Army mission at large, but food banks, Christmas support with the Angel Tree, disaster services, utility help, all kinds of great stuff, housing assistance. So just so many things that the Army does in your community. I say, like, the nations support your community store, and the funds there support your community. So everything's staying local. And yeah, so.
Yeah, so we opened a store, which is currently our Peach Orchard store down in South Augusta. We opened that a couple years ago, and as I was talking to a reporter from one of the news stations, I don't want to take credit for it because it was literally the Holy Spirit of God giving me this thought and ministry of the family stores and the amazing ministry that it is, in that we take something that someone doesn't need or want anymore, we sell it at a reduced price to someone who does need or want it, and then use that funding to support those who are experiencing homelessness or who are in need of that. Like, I just love the cycle of that and what that looks like. And frankly, how that cuts down on waste too, by this kind of recycling process. I really like that. Our for here in Augusta, we use four words for our family stores, just to kind of put in better prices, bigger impact, right? Showing that shopping here it's as you said, very affordable,
Right in that.
and it makes a huge impact in the community. And one of the things, as you were talking, I couldn't help but think, we do drives here all the time for our Center of Hope. We do diaper drives, we do coat drives, blankets, water, all the different things, right, for those who are staying at our Center of Hope. And our family stores also have become, because they're so spread out around the community, they've become another spot to drop off not just what you want to donate to the family stores, but if you want to give to that drive, that makes it easier for that as well. So it's another kind of fun connection there. But yeah, I love the ministry of the family store.
Yeah, it really is a ministry. I'm learning that more and more with our core stores. Our most successful core stores are those that have become like what's the word? It's very popular to talk about now, but third space. We've lost third spaces. Of course, there's church, but for those in the community, they stay at our thrift stores. I'm talking. People are there, our best customers are there once a day, if not more than that. I had no idea that was happening, but they'll just hang, on their lunch break after work. And it's supported by, we have some great employees throughout the division who've just established these just great culture of ministry and love and support, community support. They're helping, drive customers to and from appointments. Just really just involved in the community, and have established just great places of ministry. And they're shopping while they're there. So it's great. It's awesome. But yeah, it's really interesting to see, and just some wonderful spiritual, just people with the strongest faith, ministering daily to people who come just to shop for clothes. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great thing, because so often we think ministry has to happen in a very formal setting.
Yeah,
it has to be from someone who's ordained or professional.
Yeah,
none of that matters, right?
No.
Like Jesus called all these fishermen and like tax collectors and people that had no business really talking about the gospel, and yet he called them. So I love that ministry can happen anywhere. I love that our family stores, and you're exactly right. I'll go to one of our family stores here and get recognized by people who are regularly there. Oh, Major, it's good to see you. That kind of, it's a great thing. It's so much
awesome. Yeah.
fun. The other side of that too that I really like about when we talk about the ministry and we talk about the importance of fellowship and working together in a common goal there, is we have found that where we have the most in the Augusta command, where we have found the most engagement from volunteers is our family stores.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's really fun, especially if you're coming in on a volunteer basis. It's grueling and for our employees, you know what I mean? It's hard work working at their store, but also seeing all these treasures come in the door and
Sure.
families in need. I mean, it's very rewarding. I love my favorite days working are in the store, hands-on, talking to people and volunteers. But yeah, I mean, it's really rewarding to see the incredible stuff we're getting in, putting a fair price on it, and seeing who gets to go home. There's a lot of excitement, and it's different every day. So that makes a lot of sense. Plus, we, again, just have the greatest employees that are a huge draw to volunteers. And yeah, it's an awesome place to spend your time. And we'll take it. We sure will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they're so, yeah, it's fun. They're just so excited to be there and helping out and making a difference in the mission and in the ministry of the family store. It's a great thing. Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about, I think it's valuable and important for us to talk a little bit about the stewardship piece of this, the how we treat and handle those donations that come in. What are those best practices and how we handle them? How do we make sure the store stays fresh so people will want to come and shop it? All those kind of fun things that maybe people don't think about.
True. Yeah. A lot goes into getting those things on the shelves and racks in your thrift store. So, depending on the store, some stores are just inundated with. Dalton's an example. They every time I'm in there, they're getting 2 bucket loads of donations all day long. It's constant. But so handling that and being efficient in that process is key. But I think the general thing is kind of sorting soft goods, hard goods, and putting those in their designated spots, cleaning, dusting off any bric-a-brac, that kind of thing. Our clothing hangers will go through just kind of the mass of clothes and evaluate kind of quality there. And we actually, if you're ever thinking, should I donate this? It has a stain or something like that. We have a great relationships with buyers of recycled soft goods. So we're able, even if it has a stain, even if it maybe doesn't head to the store floor, we're able to sell our clothes and linens by the pound. And that really helps our ministry and helps just waste generally. It's a great recycling program. So yeah, send it our way. We'll take it. But so evaluating that, hanging clothes, then gets priced. Different stores have different systems of pricing. A lot of our stores have mini pricing, gets into the floor. And then furniture, same thing, cleaned and priced into the floor. That usually gets sent straight to the floor. We get some great furniture in. But yes, it doesn't
stick around long.
Just really, and every back room is different. And kind of establishing those processes and maintaining that flow is so important to their success, and trying to get as much clothing and product out on the floor and using our store space as effectively as possible really helps. And also for the benefit of our customers, you want to have a full store with knowing that stuff that's being donated is making its way as soon as possible to shoppers. So yeah.
Yeah,
I work.
Say it again.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I do like the idea. A couple things there. One, you talked about the stained shirt, and I couldn't help but think of the reclamation of that, like something that can be tossed away and thrown aside, being reclaimed and used for the mission. Of course, and as a preacher and someone who's
so
deep into the mission, that parallel for those who maybe feel like they're outside of not spiritualize,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
this is what we do. Who feel that outside of God's grace, just saying, God's grace is still sufficient.
Right.
And then the other thing that I thought as you were talking too, and I appreciate the not the tension, but kind of the give and take and back and forth between having standards, which we should have those
Yeah.
standards, but also the realization that because of space that we're in or the personnel, there are some nuances to those things, and how really the goal is to serve people as best as we can,
Right.
and part of that is by making sure that those family stores do well, so that money can go to help that person stay in their home by helping with the electric bill, or pay for a caseworker to help someone get up on their feet, or fill in the blank, right? That kind of thing. It's a great thing. So let me tell you, for give me your pitch for if no one's ever shopped at a Salvation Army family store, why should they?
Great question. We have the best stuff. We really do. You never know what's coming in the door. And we're doing our best to put a really fair price on it. I mean, reselling is really in right now. So our pushing our employees to not to price it to sell to the average person, not an eBay price. We're pricing things really fair. And it's just, you never know what you're going to walk into. The people that you're going to find in there shopping through the racks and working are worthwhile, worth stopping in for. And then also just what shopping there does for your community. Like we said, all of the services, I mean, $5, $10 here and there, it really helps all of those purchases combined to support what we've got going on in the community and what we're able to provide. And it's just a unique experience. Something's always going on in a thrift store. Just that's it. Come on in. Many of our, this is a famous thing to talk about in the Salvation Army, but the Salvation Army is known as usually one thing to the average person: a thrift store, the kettles, or but usually that's it, period. So you're not understanding, if you know us as, even if driving by, you know us as a thrift store, but what that thrift store is doing. I'm always pushing people to make that connection, because really so many of our shoppers just don't know. Also helps us when, there's some tension about pricing or policies in our stores, but why we're doing it, why we're operating as a business, trying to get fair rates for our goods that are donated. We do get them for free from our donors, but with the intention, they're trusting with us with their goods, so that those goods can do good in the community. So all of that understanding of our mission and the why we're doing what we're doing is so key to be able to communicate to customers and community members. So
I agree, and really that is, I am convinced mission is what sets us apart from, and not just in family stores, in all that we do. I am convinced that mission is what sets us apart, and the purity of that mission that was given 160 years ago. I think we stick close to that mission. It continues to be a good investment.
Right.
And so, and for us, we're continually looking at our family stores and how we can maybe brand them in a way on the interior where you know exactly what all this goes to.
Sure, yeah.
Because
I think you all places do a good job with like little videos or pamphlets that have that kind of educational material. That's always awesome, and adds to that culture of the store too. Just the ministry, what we're doing. So that's
we have, and one of our stores now, the others are actually two of our stores now. The other two are asking for them, so we're getting to that point. but we have a TV that runs just a
Perfect. Yeah.
continual success stories that are local to Augusta.
Awesome.
And that's great, except I will tell you that when I go to these stores, as you would imagine, just like people who work in retail and they have the same song on all day,
Yeah.
our employees don't like it as much.
Yeah, I can
Some of them
understand
can recite those success stories, but they also understand the value and importance of it. But it's just funny.
Yeah. We have a really sweet employee in Rome, an older lady, and they had a CD player donated, so they started using it throughout the store, but they only had a handful of CDs. I was like, it's really nice in here now that you have the CD player. And she was like, we only have 3 CDs. She just heard the same words. So I definitely understand that. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, it's fun. It's another way, right, of serving people, customer service, right? It's just another way of serving people, and we want to do the best we can in doing that. And I do genuinely love and enjoy the ministry of the family store and the fun puzzle that can be that. And so it is a lot of fun. And this past year here in Augusta, we did very well, and can only do that because of amazing support from the community. Right. And so infinitely grateful to those who donate, to those who volunteer, and as I'm talking about that, for those who don't know, you can visit satruck.org and find a spot near you and donate. Set up a pickup possibly for some of your bigger stuff, and so we really appreciate. I really appreciate that support that makes it happen.
Yeah, no kidding. It really does. Yeah, really, really incredible donors throughout the division. It's so that also is such an important piece of the puzzle too, is making those connections with donors, because sometimes it's just convenience where they decide to stop.
Sure. Yeah.
And we want to make it as convenient as possible so that we keep getting that. But yeah, just mentioning that point of connection is so important too. That that with what you're just giving, which maybe they're just focused on cleaning out their house or whatnot, but it really has an impact. What you just gave is going to have a direct result in your community. So they may know that. A lot of our donors know that very well, and they go out of their way because we're not always the most convenient donation spot. So
sure,
but doing our part to make that connection there as well is so important. Yeah, it's real full circle ecosystem, the thrift store. So yeah. Do you thrift?
Do I?
Yeah. Have you ever been a thrifter?
Yeah. So good question. Yes, I'm married and have 3 of my 4 children are daughters, right?
Gotcha.
And so we do. In fact, the shoes I'm wearing right now, I got it at a thrift store.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do, and so my wife has really gotten into reading and books and all that, and so we like going to our family stores because books are 50 cents.
Oh yeah.
Right? Very affordable. For anyone that's into books, go check out the family stores. Very affordable books there, and then all of that, right? The affordability of it and the fun of not necessarily having a plan. Maybe you're looking for something, but maybe you're just seeing what you can find and finding something at a very reasonable price. It's So yes, the long answer.
Yeah.
The short answer to your question that I gave along is yes.
Sure.
We do. You get a coffee and you go.
Yeah. It's funny you talk about books. Books are a ministry, a smaller ministry within the thrift store. It's very labor intensive.
Yes.
As far as processing, we get a lot of books in. They're heavy. They're all over the place. And I've had to work on my heart with books because they're not a huge seller. We're selling them for 50 cents, you know what I mean, as far as my business mind of it all. But it matters to people who shop for books and volunteers who are passionate about reading, spending time to organize and make our shelves as close to a library or a bookstore as possible. It's important. And so, yeah, we have a wonderful lady in Tacoma who retired yesterday, but she's so passionate about her book section, and she maintains it, and her customers really look forward to it and come and shop and spend money on books. So that's an awesome part of what we got going on too.
Yeah. We have a volunteer in one of our stores here they do other things, but that's the main thing they want to do.
Books.
Is the books. So yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So yeah, I appreciate the ministry of the family store. I want to continue to do all and to make those successful for the community, because it truly is, as we've said multiple times, a ministry in so many different ways, and we really are set apart and different, because there are some thrift stores in our communities that aren't nonprofits at all, right? And I'm not saying you should go there. You find you a deal. We're more than happy to find you a deal, but we're grateful to be able to provide a little more depth than
absolutely
just finding a good find.
No kidding.
So yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Time. I wonder if you wouldn't close us in prayer.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Dear God, thank you for today, and thanks for allowing the opportunity to talk and allow people to hear a little bit more about thrift stores. Thank you for all of the donations we receive, and help us to be good stewards of those, and good stewards in our communities. Help our employees, our volunteers, and our customers and our donors. Just help our thrift stores to continue being successful and having an impact in the community. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks so much.
Jamie, yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your ministry throughout the division. We appreciate all that you do. Thank you to the audience for listening. The Salvation Army, as we talked about, is everywhere, all the way around the world. Find one near you, get involved, get engaged, volunteer at your local family store, and make a difference, because they are doing miraculous things every single day in your communities. So God bless each and every one of you, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning into this episode. We're grateful to have you as part of our community. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please take a moment to leave a review on your favorite podcast app. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms to stay connected and help spread the gospel. Until next time, keep loving like Christ and living his great purpose.